What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got Dota Bros Inc. as their appearing in game, also known as HP Dota, representing HP. And we've got Ice Peak, which is listed as Google Team Dendiate, representing Google, one of the 5 teams representing Google. So let's hop right into the draft. We've got a PA ban first out of Dota Bros Inc. There's PA is a pretty decent hero all around, so I can definitely see why you want to ban PA. Witch Doctor coming out of Ice Peak, so they're Witch Doctor's coming back into the meta. They nerfed Maledict a lot at level 1, went up to a 50-second cooldown, but then they scaled that one back down a little bit. So Witch Doctor is coming back, boys. So good ban from Ice Peak.
Radiance ban.
Ursa ban, another very strong pick right now. Had to use a little bit of reserve time, so not sure if they planned this really far. They talked about the bans before the draft started.
Only 10 seconds.
PL coming out of Dota Bros Inc. Banning the carries quite early. I don't think PL would necessarily be first pick material anymore, but generally still a very strong carry.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry!
Pudge ban coming out of Ice Peak. That's a little bit odd, but I guess they may have done their homework on Dota Bros Inc. and seen that they had a pretty prominent Pudge player.
"10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain. Dire team are now picking.
An Invoker ban coming out of Dota Bros Inc. It's kind of the same thing I was trying to point out with the Phantom Lancer ban. It's a little bit odd to see Invoker picked early in the draft, so you can always save that ban for later. Lion coming out of Ice Peak as a first pick. Lion's a pretty good hero right now. The buffs to Finger of Death, getting the permanent juicy stacks. It helps him stay relevant in the late game. We see Yapsaw do this a lot. He goes position 4 Lion, Tranquil Boost, right into Aghanim Scepter, just ignores the blink altogether, and it just feels like he brings so much damage to the table. Dota Bros Inc. going into reserve time on the first pick.
Radiant team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden comes out. We'll see if they pick another hero straight away. Looks like they're going to think about this one. So, it doesn't seem like they've planned too much for the draft. At least, you really want this initial first pick phase to be kind of planned out already. You want to have some ideas in your mind about what you feel like playing today.
Remain.
One of the second pick power moves is to pick these 2 picks back to back as quickly as possible to give the other team less time to react as well. So if you can really plan this out ahead, it's going to give you a little bit of a psychological advantage in the draft. Really thinking about this one. And Jakiro comes out. Okay, so Dota Bros Inc. revealing their support duo early on. It's usually a sign that they're not too familiar with drafting. In pubs, this is kind of what usually happens: is you pick your supports first and then you pick your cores last, and then it's less likely that your cores are going to get countered,
Hurry.
but usually when you get countered, you're getting countered because of a support pick, not because of another core pick. It does happen sometimes. But the beauty of Captain's Mode is that you can ban heroes, at least more reliably than in pubs, so it's sort of beneficial to leave a support open into the second phase. But it's all preference, I suppose. That's my take on it.
Dire's ban.
Slada comes out. I like this a lot. Picking a core in the second position as first pick. You can also use the next two bans to protect it. Slada, very great hero right now. I feel like he's a little bit underrated. We didn't see him very much in the pro scene, but the bash, now that it's reliable, it does so much damage. 180 bonus damage.
5 seconds
I think
remain.
it's actually like 225 for Slada. It's a little bit higher. But a reliable stun, 2 reliable stun, and then a follow-up into the crush. A nice way to get an initiation as well. Lion with good follow-up. Ice Peak looking to play a fast-paced game already. Bristleback band coming out of Ice Peak. It goes pretty well with the Crystal Maiden. Get that juicy mana regen to help you spam those pools, take over the lane. So, good ban all around.
Dire's ban.
Nyx Assassin ban out of Dota Bros Inc. So, it makes a lot of sense. Crystal Maiden and Jakiro kind of get countered really hard by Nyx Assassin. You can just spike Carapace into the Macropire or into the freezing field and then get a free follow-up stun.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry.
They probably also think that this Nyx is... this Lion's going to be position 5, not position 4. The Lion is a flexible pick, which is nice. It's nice to get some farm on him, but he might not have the same impact as another 4. Very single target focus, unlike we see Tusk or Earth Spirit as your traditional 4 positions. They bring a lot of team fight. Nyx, another hero who brings a lot of team fight. Well, not... team fight's not the right word. An AoE disable. Air Spike is similar, but it doesn't feel as good when you land 2 hero impales between Lion and Nyx.
Radiant team pick.
Stormban coming out of Ice Pick, maybe thinking that they'll pick Storm in response to Nyx being banned. And a Viper ban coming out of Dota Bros Inc. Viper, very popular hero still, even after repeated nerfs. We'll probably see Dota Bros Inc. pick the off-laner now.
5 seconds remain. Dire team are now picking.
Skywrath Mage.
Skywrath Mage. We're probably going to see Skywrath as the mid, so a very early mid pick by Dota Bros Inc. Skywrath, a little bit of an unconventional mid. He needs to snowball and really get off the ground, and he definitely is able to do that. Spam those arcane bolts. Most mids have a hard time dealing with it, so
5 seconds. Hurry.
Okay to pick now. But they do open themselves up to potential counters. Viper would have been pretty obnoxious against Skywrath, but they banned that one, so... Pretty good pick overall, I'd say. Fits the pace of their draft. They want to just really burst down enemy heroes. But only magic damage coming out of Dota Bros Inc. right now. We'll see if Ice Peak tries to respond with a more tankier lineup.
Radiant team are now
Just try and tank through all that magic damage comes out. Unfortunately, Jakira has a lot of magic damage. Pangoli, a hero with a spell immune ultimate, so very good way to counter all this magic damage coming out of Dota Bros Inc. It's gonna be a little bit awkward in the laning stage. Maybe Slaughter as the position 4, which is a little bit less common. He does scale pretty well with farm these days, so we see them on the 3 position. Pangoli, we've been seeing him mid more often than not, but I feel like he would have a pretty hard time against Skywrath Mage in the mid lane. Tidehunter coming out for Dota Bros Inc. here. This is a great hero for their lineup. They just need someone in front to like tank the damage and keep them in place with big Ravage, follow up with an Ice Path, and Skywrath can just dish out his damage.
10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain.
So yeah, it's not too clear if Pangoli's going to be the offlane. A Sniper comes out of Team Ice Peak. The Sniper is going to go mid against the Skywrath Mage. She's going to do pretty well. Just put a point into take aim. You can largely dodge the Arcane Bolt harass if you're just staying far back enough. Silencer Bang coming out of Ice Peak, a little bit odd. I think Ice Peak's lineup is still a little bit open to interpretation. We're not sure where this Slaughter, what is this? If the Slaughter's going to be position 4 or not. Maybe it's Pangoli will be position 3. It's looking pretty like it at this point. A Slark Band coming out of Dota Bros Inc. Slark pretty good against Sniper, so a good way to protect the Sniper pick. They've also banned Storm, so the other main counter. We probably won't see safe lane Sniper though. It's a little bit odd. It's actually harder to lane the Sniper in the safe lane than the mid. It's wide open. There's not many ways to sneak up on you if you have just one ward down. Whereas in the safe lane, you've got all these trees, and it gets really dicey for the Sniper.
Radiant team pick.
Juggernaut.
And a Juggernaut comes out of Ice Peak, so I think it's gonna be support Slaughter. I've also seen support Pangoli every now and then, but it doesn't feel too overwhelming. But I guess they'll probably do the secret style where they kind of have a 3 and a 4 and they're like a little bit interchangeable.
Choose your hero.
Spectre coming out from Dota Bros Inc. A nice way to get on top of the Sniper. Tidehunter can start the fight and the Spectre can haunt him to follow up. So I do like this pick a lot. Juggernaut is pretty good against this magic base lineup as well, which is quite nice. I think overall the drafts are pretty even. My only problem with Dota Bros Inc.'s lineup is they're pretty reliant on the Ravage. They don't have much in the way of initiation. Skywrath will probably go for an Atos, so that's really their only non-ultimate initiation. Maybe try and get the follow-up with Jakira's Ice Path. But, you know, on the side of Ice Peak, they've just got this Blink Slaughter, be able to start fights really easily. The minus armor is going to be huge. Crystal Maiden, Jakiro, Skywrath Mage, they're going to absolutely melt to this minus armor. Even Tidehunter, he doesn't have a whole lot of armor. He'll probably go for the Pipe Greaves. Pretty standard stuff. He might not go for a Pipe, probably go for a Crimson Guard instead. But we'll see when this Tidehunter decides to go for a Blink. He is probably going to feel pretty pressured to go for one, just because there's not much in the way of surprise shock factor right now for Dota Bros Inc. I want to just give the advantage to Ice Peak. It's generally an easier lineup to execute. let's get into the game. We've got on the side of HP,
Just a minute
Boom
or so now until the
300,
game starts.
Pseudo on the
Patience.
Tidehunter, MD Levy on the Jakiro, Morglum on the Crystal Maiden, James on mid Skywrath Mage. Do Not Want on the Juggernaut, TypeScript on the Sniper, Dark Legend on the Pangolier, Victor on the Slaughter, and Dota Noob on the line on the side of Google. So, let's see how these boundary runes shape up. Not much. The Slaughter can probably push them off. He can just run up and you do a Slytherin Crush and try and secure the rune that way. There's not much. There's not going to be any stuns on the side
30
of
seconds.
HP. But this is a pretty scary tri-lane. They've got the Dual Breath and the Crystal Nova. A lot of damage coming out. 100 damage from the Dual Breath, 130 from the Crystal Nova, and long times of slow. But there's the Swashbuckle, so Peggley doesn't really care. It's mostly Slaughter. Slaughter's gonna feel the wrath a bit of this support duo. But he's got 6 armor, so doesn't have too much to be scared of. Lion going for the other boundary, but then they don't get there in time. They really could have gotten it if the line just went up a bit early and skilled Earthspike. There's not much the Tidehunter could do about it. You just get stunned and then you steal the bounty rune. So a bit of a misplay coming out from Team Google early on. They could have gotten themselves 3 bounty runes, but it'd be 2 for 2, so nothing too bad. Nice block coming out of Sniper, gets it right under his tower. Unfortunately, the tower is pummeling into the creep wave, so it's going to push out to Skywrath's side, and his advantage is gone. So a little bit unfortunate for the Sniper. He managed just to get the range creep before it goes down. Already 2 last hits. Skywrath not that great at last hitting under tower as well. Jakiro and Crystal Maiden here. Crystal Maiden, very low mana, doesn't have enough mana to cast 2 spells even. So it's pretty important that they're a bit efficient with their mana. Try and get those 2 Hero Crystal Novas off, but looks at the side of Google aren't really staying together for that to happen, which is quite nice. Jakiro is the same, you only have 3 dual breaths that you can cast. It gets a bash onto the Jakiro mid animation. It gets the dual breath off anyway. You really do want to try and get 2 heroes with it to maximize your mana efficiency. Lion just messing around with the Tidehunter a little bit. Tidehunter's not gonna feel that much pressure in this lane. Like maybe once Jug gets level 3, maybe level 5 for the level 3 spin. The main way they're going to deal any damage to the Tidehunter. This Kraken Shell is going to make him feel pretty invincible. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with your lane being pushed out, is that you have to attack up a hill, and he's going to like miss the siege creep entirely, which is huge. The Skywrath is going to have an XP, pretty solid XP advantage already. Cancels the regen rune with the Arcane Bolt. It was almost full anyway. There's not much mana regen on the side of Skywrath Mage, so after he blows his mana pool, he's pretty much done.
Deny!
Not sure what his plan is going to be. It's going to be pretty hard to ship out clarities as well. There's this shrapnel to get in the way. A bit of a slow game overall. Just going to see. We'll farm for a bit. Sniper already pretty far ahead of the Skywrath Mage, even though he's got less base damage, but a sweet attack animation. This bullet travels so fast, it's very hard to contest. Gets a headshot on the creep as well, under deny. It's coming out of Tidehunter, so should be able to outrun. Spin onto the Tidehunter, we'll see if he does anything about it. Doesn't seem like he cares too much. Gonna anchor smash the Juggernaut in return. Jakiro misses the pull, which is a little bit unfortunate. The wave's pretty far pushed in the side of Radiant. Titan are trying to interrupt Lion's pull, pulls the creeps into the other creep camp. There's only the range creep left. He's going to be able to get a little bit of extra farm this way. Getting to the range creep. He misses it and uses the mana for the anger smash anyway. Feels pretty bad. Sniper going for more points in take aim. You normally only see one early on, but I think just trying to get away from this arcane bolt as much as possible. It makes a bit of sense. Early Urn coming out of the Spectre. She wants to fight in this game. I wonder if we'll even see the Radiance. I think Radiance would be really good this game. Lion will eventually want to blink. Sada definitely wants to blink. And Radiance is a pretty good counter against those. Of course, you can still just Haunt, so that'll cancel any blink daggers. Spin onto the Titan is getting pretty low, but doesn't, just shrugs it off. The 5-minute bounty runes are coming up though, so he didn't go for the bounty rune straight away, which he'll still end up getting it at least, but Peng Li manages to zone the Jakiro out of the bounty rune. So 3 bounty runes going the way of Google. It's pretty good. And Lion will discover that he's got a pretty decent amount of money saved up, so go for an early boots. Surprised he hasn't one boarded already. Jug. See if he wants to go for a Battle Fury this game. If he wants to go late, try and be able to man fight the Spectre. It's gonna need to. Another thing we might see is a Silver Edge out of Jug, maybe later, to cancel that dispersion. Shakira is still level 2, so kind of in poverty, experienced poverty here. And Skyrath, he hasn't been harassing this sniper very much. He didn't bring that much mana regen with him, so he's been a little bit conservative with his mana usage, which means the sniper is really far ahead right now. It's pretty much a full level ahead. He's gonna go on to the Skyrath now. There's the uphill miss, and he'll be okay. Slaughter, he gets hit by the tower, which indicates that so this is something that's really cool. This is a new technology. If you stand in this area here and you get hit by the tower, that means there's a ward, because normally the tower can't see this this side of the tree, but if you have a ward like this one on the other side of the hill, then you're gonna get hit by the tower. So Slaughter, the alarm bell should be ringing, but this is some like pretty new stuff that people just figured out a couple weeks ago, so it's really cool use of the game mechanics to figure out what the opponent has. Yeah, and Kings the Sentry is on Skyrath's side of the river, but it's not. Skyrath gets the kill with the Mystic Flare. It was a pretty easy kill. So, Starter falling a bit low. Here's the position for this game. I'm gonna see this Peng Li go for a Maelstrom. We'll probably see him go back for the Greaves afterwards. I like this build a lot. The Maelstrom just like helps him keep up with damage for pretty much the rest of the game. Doesn't need much else after that. At least for quite a while. And then focus on tanking up a bit, helping your team out with some aura items.
I won't give them the satisfaction.
Spec going through face boots, phase, and Urn of Shadows. So we'll see once she gets level 6 if who's going to set up for any kills. I think the Skyrath will probably be the main one. He's going for an Atos as expected. Atos, Silence, Ace Mystic Flare, nice easy kills. Pretty much everyone except the Juggernaut. Might be pretty tough to kill the Pangolier as well, if you manage to get a shield crash off. But I mean, everyone else is food for the Skyrath once he gets this Atos, so see him make moves once he gets it. Lion going for a stun. He takes a lot of damage from that anchor smash. A nice 2-man impale into a spin. Slithering Crush coming out. Ravage comes out from the Tidehunter before he goes down. Manages to get 2 heroes. Skywrath is here. Jug doesn't have spin anymore, and he's gonna die to the Arcane Bolt spam. Triple kill for the Skywrath Mage, boosting him much closer to his Atos than he should be. Good stuff all around by him. Hero only going for 1 path. The point in the dual breath. Gets a nice 2-man ice path, 2-man dual breath. You normally do want to see that 2 points in dual breath damage. It goes from 100 damage to 200, which is pretty significant. We'll see what kind of build he wants to go for. I've been maxing Ice Path a lot recently, but this max Liquidify just feels so good. 4-second cooldown. You just spam it on the towers. They've moved the attack range talent to level 10, so you just pick that up and you can siege towers. And it's definitely going to help Team HP with their tower sieging problems. They don't really have a hero that can hit towers right now. So Jakiro is going to have to really pull the work from the support position. You're going to see 4 bounty runes going the way of Team Google. Just HP just not looking at the time. Peggle going to try and go for the Skywrath Mage. Honestly, there's not much he can do against the Rolling Thunder, but this ward on the other side has saved the Skywrath from dying twice now. Very, very great Observer Ward placement. Just barely out of range as well this Sentry. But Rolling Thunder comes out. Jakiro just manages to walk away. There's an Arcane Rune on the Pangolier, so it's not long for this one. Bash comes out, 175 bonus damage. Disarm on the Spectre. She doesn't have Spectral Dagger, but looks like she'll be okay. Just TP's home. Going for a Radiance is 1k towards the Radiance already. Spin comes out onto the Tidehunter. Omni Slash doesn't get the bounces. He bounces onto the Siege Creep. Mr. Cardi, the real MVP here, manages to save the Tidehunter from death. He's gonna go for a fast Blink Dagger, so this will be probably the best way to start the fights for a long time until this Skywrath almost has his Atos there. I actually felt like the Tidehunter could have gone for a more utility item first, like a Greaves before the blink, but he wants to fight early. The problem is you have to make this Blink Dagger really count. You could have gone for something else that you farmed a bit faster. And it doesn't seem like they don't want to. They have the late game advantage with the Spectre, so they shouldn't be in a rush to start fighting. Just get pickoffs with this Skywrath Mage. Use your Haunt. My end with the Invis rune, Shrapnel comes out, and this Skywrath is pretty dead. Haunt comes out, but it's not going to save him from the Assassinate. A bit of a wasted Haunt here. And he's going to just probably TP back to bot lane. He took a lot of damage from the Sniper just then, though. Crush onto the Jakiro. He's going to get bashed again in another hit, and the bash finishes off Jakiro. Yeah, Jug going for the Battle Fury as expected. See what the network is looking like. Jug and Sniper way at the top of the network chart. Spectre not too far behind because of Google, so he's doing pretty well. He just needs the rest of his team. Skywrath really needs to step it up once he gets his Atos. He's gonna die here. Ravage comes out, Mystic Flare onto 2 as well, and nice Ravage coming out of Tidehunter. A good blink reveal. They definitely weren't expecting that, but threat is on the table now, so we'll see Team Google play differently from now on. Skywrath pretty close to his Atos now, so they don't need the they're not as reliant on the Ravage anymore to start fights, which is nice. Spec unfortunately didn't have Haunt up, so she couldn't go in for the urn charge. Oh, she got one urn charge. Yeah, two. The first kill is worth 2 charges. Spectre telling Skywrath to get out of his lane. You know, go, let me farm, I'm the real carry here. Go find your ATOS and start getting kills. Nice deep Observer Ward coming out of Team Google. You're gonna see the Spectre, when this Spectre retreats to the jungle to farm. Lion also got level 6 now, so he's looking for a kill. He should buy a smoke with this and try and sneak up. Spectre would be the most juiciest target, but 940 HP with 7% damage reduction. It's a little bit tricky right now. They need to bring maybe 2 more heroes with the Lion. But the Skywrath is also another option. Skywrath has a lot of HP right now, not much armor though. You see, this Lion, he really wants to get a Finger of Death kill early on. 15-minute bounty would come out as a bash onto the Tidehunter, which means he will not get that top grid. 4 more bounty units going the way of Team Google. Just bashes the Tidehunter again, gets frostbited for his troubles, and he'll go down. Just feeds Tidehunter next to his shrine, uses the shrine and doesn't die. Sniper trying to help out with the assassinate, but not doing a whole lot of here. He's got an early Maelstrom to help him farm. He's still gonna go for a Hurricane Pike next. I really like this. You don't want to just get ATOS then die every time. You force yourself out and you'll be fine. I would have liked to see maybe, yeah, so he's going for the 4-star first, acknowledging that the ATOS is close and he's got to keep himself alive. Swashbuckle onto the Spectre. Spectre just shrugs it off though. 1k gold away from the relic, so not much has been done to stop the Spectre. She obviously doesn't farm that fast, that's why there's this disparity here, at least compared to Jug or Sniper. Sniper's got the Maelstrom to farm. We're going to see a big boo come out of Team Google down here. Lion, he's got the Arcane Rune for the Finger of Death, so that means he's going to be able to get the next Finger of Death a lot earlier. He sees the Jakiro. Jakiro walks up the trees, but doesn't get Earth Spiked. Snipers here, they're going to finger, they don't Finger of Death the Crystal Maiden. Nice Ice Path to Ravage onto the Tide, from the Tidehunter. Haunt comes out, and Sniper's dead too. Ah, Lion, he didn't even get the Finger of Death kill with the Arcane Rune, so feels really bad. And then a bit of a disaster coming out from the side of Team Google. Nice turnaround with the Ravage. Silence onto the Pangoli, so he casts Rolling Thunder out and he dies. Jug, he TP's in, but there's nothing he can do. He just has a Battle Fury, so he wants to hit creeps for at least another few minutes. And Team HP is stepping up the tempo. I like this urn a lot, actually. Realizing that there's pretty high kill potential on the side of HP. Spec can join in with the Haunt whenever he wants. And he's got a Relic already. It's only 17 minutes into the game after going phase urn, so pretty good overall for Spectre. Once they get the Radiance, well, I say Google's in a lot of trouble. This Sniper, the Spectre can just Haunt on top of him and then run at him. There's not much the Sniper can do. He's almost got a 4-stuff. Just the recipe away, 900 gold. But the Lion, it just feels so bad. He could have gotten the Finger of Death kill on the Crystal Maiden. Sure, she was dead anyway, but you want to get those stacks. Maelstrom is done on the Blink. He's going for a Blink, which seems a bit odd considering that there's going to be a Radiance on the side of HP.
Invisibility.
That'd be kind of difficult to utilize it. Of course, it is a great item on the Pangoli. You swashbuckle in, you blink out. Might actually be pretty tough though. Depending on how the ticks work, you might be able to get out in time. Just trading hits. He's gonna go for the Blink Dagger before finishing the Maelstrom. Let's see what he tries to do with it. He's gotta make it worthwhile. There is no Ravage for a while, so they're gonna go for this bot tower again. Actually, Ravage is back up. They took way too long. But it doesn't look like HP is interested in defending this tower. Spectre already at top farming up there.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Jakira going for more points in the Liquid Fire, so acknowledging that his team has a push problem, and he's going to be the one to step up. Alright, big rotations coming out of the side of Google, but not much to catch. Side of HP as they retreat. Slaughter quite a ways off his blink at this point. It's one of the issues with the 4-position Slaughter. It just feels like you might never get your blink dagger, or at least not until it's too late. I think in for the Tide Hunter, just anchor smashes. Yeah, he's gonna get to save. Oh, doesn't he get a Ravage off before he dies? He could have gotten the Kraken Shot dispelled a little bit. Jakiro, Omni Slash onto the Jakiro, trying to ensure his death, and a nice Watchbuckle to get the kill on the Skywrath Mage. Again, 4 bounty runes probably going the way of Team Google, unless Spectre deciding to be a good Samaritan for his team. Going for the bounty runes, but he doesn't look like he's interested. He's so close to his Radiance, so gotta farm up this way. But luckily, no one from the side of Google is going for these bounty runes yet. They're gonna take the top tier 2 instead. Not much that. Oh, actually, they do have Ravage still. Tide managed to go down before use Ravage in that last fight, so they could defend this, but it's already down, so not much point. And Spectre still hasn't grabbed the bounty runes yet, so Lion will be able to manage to get one. And Radiance is out on the Spectre. You might see a smoke up from the side of HP, and then Spectre can haunt in as soon as the fight starts. Nice Observer Ward. Finds the Spectre, notices that she has her relic already. So, nice intel over there. You don't want to get blindsided. They probably knew that the Radiance was coming up, but you gotta be sure. Skywrath going for an early Aghanim Scepter. I think this is the right way to go. Just needs to pop out that damage. Don't think anyone's going to be building a BKB on the side of Team Dota anytime soon. Of course, they have the Blade Fury and the Rolling Thunder already giving them magic resist. This Sniper probably going to go for a BKB next, but not anytime soon. Spectre daggers the Juggernaut, and then we'll just walk away. Can't use the dagger to escape into the tree, so he's going to TP out. There's nothing to stop him. Sniper not in range for the Assassinate. It's pretty hard to get the Assassinate onto TPing targets. You pretty much have to start it as soon as they TP, until you get level 20 and get that Assassinate cast time talent, which is feels really good.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
The bot tower under siege by the Sniper. Assassinate, Blink Ravage onto 2. Spectre haunts in. The Sniper is instantly dead. Jug runs in with a spin, but wastes most of his spin on this CM who doesn't take any damage. Hankly rolling through, causing a bit of chaos, but he's not gonna get anything out of it. Silence onto the Pankleer as well. Misses the Ice Path, unfortunately, so the Pankleer will probably be able to get out. There's no Atos on the Pankleer before he blinks out, so very unfortunate. I think the Jarrah could have gotten that kill. But nice Ravage again, coming out of the Tide Hunter. He's been on point with this. Oh, they get the Jug on the side. They chased him for so long. Atos onto the Slaughter. Ice Path misses though, so a bit slow on the reaction time. Spectre Dagger comes out, misses the crush on the Spectre, so the Spectre's going to finish him off. And nice turnaround. They were under a lot of pressure, but this Radiance has put in a lot of work, and this Tide Hunter, his Ravages have been fantastic. Always getting Ravages on the right targets. That time on the Jug and the Sniper in the front lines.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Support of Google a little bit out of position.
Dire of duct-taped cardboard.
Lion, he was like sitting up here. I'm not really sure. Paisley was pretty far away. He did cause a bit of chaos in the back line, but didn't really end up amounting so much. It was just too late. Gonna take this mid tier 1 tower at last. Jakiro not spamming his liquid fire on the tower, which is a bit odd because he decided to max liquid fire first. At this point, you should just turn on the auto cast. Just don't have to think about it.
Dire's middle tower is
probably could have gone to that tower. Alright. Jakiro walks up again, doesn't liquid fire the tower, and walks back. Jug split pushing the top lane. He's got a Yasha already. Probably gonna go for a meta so he can get out of the Atos without having to commit spin, which is pretty nice. These illusions, they're gonna become pretty scary for the Crystal Maiden and the Shakira. They're just gonna run at them. There's not much they're gonna be able to do. Still on top of the net worth, not for long. Spectre farming a storm up with his Radiance. Sniper, go for the BKB next. 25-minute bounty runes. We'll see if Jug is going to get these. Yes, and he does. The Crystal Maiden doesn't prioritize the bounty runes, but she would have died if she went for them. So, not too much criticism that could come out there. Jug uses his spin aggressively. Omni Slash comes out, but it bounces onto the Cardi again. And Jug, he's really screwed. He doesn't have spin anymore, and he's just gonna die to the Crystal Nova.
And that's a cold, hard.
Really, Spectre baited him really hard with just forces. Jug uses his spin on the Spectre, and then Crystal Maiden comes in to turn this around. 3 points in the Frostbite already. Blink on the Slaughter now. So, another avenue for initiation. Lion, Blink for him is a bit of a pipe dream right now, so I don't think he'll be getting it. Probably by the time this game ends. He's gonna have a pretty rough time for the rest of this game. The Spectre can just haunt on top of him and just take him out. He does have the tools to take out the haunt illusions though. The Hex, Mana Drain, instantly killing the Spectre illusions. So if he can get to level 20 and get the +2 Mana Drain multi-target, it'll be pretty big, because then you can take out 3 Spectre haunt illusions as quick, like instantly. Just bring some order back into the fight. Spectre's all about causing chaos. Walks right past the double damage rune. It looks like Sniper's gonna get it, which is a great person to get it. We'll see if they want to go into Roche. They have the amplified damage, so they can definitely do this. Except they're not that interested. Don't really have the vision for it, but I think they should go for it. Haunt comes out onto the Spectre. Using it defensively, he's gonna see if he's gonna. He doesn't have any good choices. Everyone on the side of HP, Google was on their side of the river. But we'll see if he manages to get out. Another Spectral Dagger comes out. He's gonna turn this around. He has no fear. Ravage comes out from the Tide Hunter. He's got a Refresher already. Maybe we'll see another Ravage after this. Gush. And he's got another Ravage. He can go for this Kraken Shell. Another Ravage comes out onto 4 heroes. The Sniper takes out the Tide Hunter, but there are already 3 down from the side of Google. But Spectre goes down to the Sniper Thor. Sniper, he's owning right now. He does so much damage. He should just kill all of us. Spectre is forced to buy back to protect his supports. Jug, still in the fight, has Omni Slash. Doesn't use his Omni Slash. What happened there? He could have at least done a lot of damage back to the Spectre. And Sniper could have stood his ground and gone. They could have teamed up with the Spectre and definitely killed him. Omni Slash and the Sniper combined. It's Tide coming out with an early Refresher. He's going for a Satanic next. He just wants to beef up, run in the front, and just be a nuisance. Skywrath 3/4 of the way to Ag Scepter already, so we're gonna see a lot of Arcane Bolts, a lot of Mystic Flares coming out from this guy. Illusion. This Sniper, dude, he's owning. He's almost got his BKB, and there's not going to be much to stop him once he gets it. The only thing is the Spectre. Sniper in the backlines a lot by himself, so the Desolate damage is definitely going to start hurting him, especially if the Spectre goes for a Manta style, which she is going for next. So if she can haunt on top of the Sniper, get the Manta style off, can kill the Sniper pretty quickly. Smoke coming out of the side of Google. They see the Skywrath Mage, but isn't able to catch up to it. Skywrath, a very fast hero. Blink on the Pangoli, gets the shield crash, but not enough damage. There's the Slaughter. The Slaughter does catch the Shakira on the sideline, so probably should have gone for the Skywrath, the bigger kill. It's just a measly Jakiro. Almost got his Yules, so it should be a bit easier to set up these ice paths. But honestly, he already has pretty good setup for the ice path. There's this Atos. He got a nice ice path follow-up after the Ravage as well last time.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Basher coming out of Pangoli. He doesn't look like he wants to go for the hybrid build with Pangoli. He's pretty all in on the damage, which means it's a little bit squishy. Only 1400 HP. Spectre takes one of the bounty runes, but isn't brave enough to go for the other. So Lion will take it. 3 bounty runes going the way of Team Google again. Sees the Lion, and the Lion will pay for his sins. He's just gonna get run out. There's the urn. Oh, and Spectre gets a bit of cold feet. He does see that there are 4 heroes at bot, so he should have gone for it. But I can respect that he didn't. Pangoli, this is a very confined area. This is a great area for Rolling Thunder. But not much follow-up on the side of Team Google. Only 1 shrapnel charge left. They're gonna take this tower with the double catapults.
Is demolished.
Dual Breath, really good at clearing creeps. He's got 4 points in it already. We'll see if he picks up the Dual Breath burn damage at level 15, so he can one-shot the creep waves with 1 Dual Breath. Really their only source of D-push. Crystal Nova, she needs the level 25 talent before she can clear creep waves with that. So there's a lot riding on the shoulders of this Shakiro. He is the only person who can really push buildings and the main source of creep clear. So he's gotta stay alive. And Blink crush onto the Spectre. The Spectre's pretty tanky. Haunt comes out. We'll see where he ends up going. He goes towards the Jug, but the Jug is just gonna kill him. Omni Slash onto the Spectre, but he goes back onto the illusions. And Spectre, he's just gonna walk out with a Spectral Dagger. He's too fast. Oh, jeez. That's gotta feel bad. Still the double Ravage on the side of HP. This Tide Hunter is gonna be a force to be reckoned with for the entire game. Going for a Crystallis now. He had... Link is crush onto the CM. The CM's gonna instantly die. Oh, doesn't amplify damage the CM, but she's gonna die to the shrapnel anyway. Amplified damage, corrosive haze. It does a reveal invisible units, so that could have been a much smoother kill, but they get the kill nonetheless. Stop. They drop a ward on top of the cliff, but it's already a sentry there on the side of HP. See that if they get itchy trigger fingers, I'm gonna try and storm up this hill and take the vision away. Lion halfway to his blink. So
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
gonna see a bit more options coming out of him. He only has 1 figure of death charge. This doesn't feel that good this late into the game.
Being attacked.
Sniper just gonna siege at this Tier 2 tower in mid. He's gonna take it out by himself. Great stuff. Honestly, there's not too much they can do about it. Nice Blink Ravage onto 3 heroes. We're gonna see the Refresher. A nice double Mystic Flare on top of the Sniper. But the Sniper manages to get the BKB off before the second Ravage. Tide Hunter uses his Refresher, but doesn't manage to get the Ravage off. He runs out of mana, actually. so he couldn't do it. But Spectre, she'll just run at the sniper and kill the sniper. And there's not a whole lot Sniper can do about that. Jug just not there at all to deal damage.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
I don't know, this Pangoli,
Dire's
he's gonna go back for a Greaves now, but I really wish they had it earlier.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower is now.
Skyrath gets the mid tower, manages to poke it down with his. Well, he hits pretty hard at this point, 155 damage, non-trivial. Double damage at the bot. Rune. See if Jug walks past it, he sees it, he's gonna grab the double damage to see if he wants to make any moves with this. He's got 5,000 gold in the bank. We'll see what he wants to go for.
Dire's top tower
He needs to tank up a little bit. Maybe go for a Skadi to get those extra stats. Yes. Rolling Thunder comes out, the Spectre's just gonna walk away. Nothing too crazy. Don't know if this is a butterfly game. There's not much right click on the side of HP already, so Butterfly, the evasion, not that great. He goes into the Roche pit with the double damage by himself, has the healing ward, but the double damage rune is going to run out soon, so probably not going to be able to finish this. It's going to take a long time. Bounty runes, 3 going the way again of Team Google. Google really on top of their rune control. I don't think, not since the first 0 minute mark, that HP has broken even. Alright, and into the Roche pit. Doesn't seem like HP have any idea that this is going on. The Slaughter is gonna try and make some space. The sprint gets gets purged by the diffusal blade. Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. Oh, it's not the level 4 sprint, that's why he doesn't have a billion move speed in the river. Diffusal coming out from the Spectre, Meta Diffusal, very good, nice on the Spectre. He's gonna go for the heart now. He's got the level 20 talent as well with a plus 500 health, so a lot of extra damage to reflect on the enemy team. We'll see who decides. They might need a Silver Edge on the side of Team Google. Another smoke coming out. Sniper going for a Skadi himself. Jug, 6k gold, still doesn't know what he's going to spend it on. Nice Rolling Thunder coming on through. They don't have any protection from the Crystal Maiden. The Crystal Maiden is not going to last too long. Oh, she just warps out. Doesn't get stunned by the Pangolier again. Assassinate cast time. A little bit too short for that. He took the Assassinate cast time challenge, so only revealing the Crystal Maiden for 0.5 seconds and the Glimmer Cape instead of 2 seconds. One of the drawbacks of the Assassinate cast time talent. Looks like Spectre would just TP out. I mean, we're gonna see how this is gonna work. Skywrath, he's fallen off a little bit. He's got pretty much all the items he needs to... Like, he's not gonna get much stronger than this right now. Might get maybe a BKB or a Ghost Scepter. Something, he should go for something a bit defensive so he can save himself. In terms of his damage output, he's pretty maxed out already. So we'll see. Spectre is going to be the only one who can get stronger at this point on the side of HP. So pretty much, you can see this in the net worth charts. It's going to be this dual core Jug and Sniper against this Spectre who's going to carry his team. Gets caught out in the mid lane. Finger of Death comes out. He's getting pretty low, but manages to reality out into another, but straight into an Omni Slash from the Jug. That's a huge kill. Jug getting a solo kill on the Spectre. All that juicy experience. He's almost got level 25. He's probably going to pick up that +1 Omni Slash now. He's got 8.6k gold. What is he going to spend it on? We might see him buy... What?
Its noble deeds.
He's going to buy a Divine Rapier. Okay, picks up a Reaver. Going to go for a Satanic. Not the most traditional choice.
The sports.
Juggernaut. Normally you want to pick this on... Actually, you almost never see Satanic on Juggernaut. But it fits the bill. We want to see him tank up a little bit, and Reaver gives a lot of HP. There's already going to be a Scotty coming out on the Sniper, so maybe feeling that they don't need 2 Scotties. Crystallis finished on the Titan. I'm gonna go back for a Shiva's Guard. Just tank up a little bit more, get that armor going. Lion did Finger of Death the Spectre, but didn't get the kill, unfortunately, so no Finger of Death damage again. He's almost got a Blink Dagger. He should just go hit some neutral creeps until he gets it at this point. But his cause, they're clearing out the Radiant Jungle. Crystal Maiden Glimmer Capes to save herself for a little bit, but it looks like she might just go down. Sniper cancelling the TP, and he's just gonna kill the Crystal Maiden. It's a bit of a sad time. And a cast range talent, cast time talent coming into effect already. That would have been really hard to get if you didn't have it. 40-minute bounty rings come up. No one's going for them yet. It looks like they want to go with this Aegis. Unfortunately, the courier died on the side of Dire, so Juggernaut not going to get his Satanic, but he's got the Reaver at least for the bonus strength. He's got the Aegis too, so not too much to fear. Blink, Ravage, onto 5 heroes! He's going to get another Ravage. No, he ran out of mana, didn't use his mana boots. That comes out, another Ravage comes out, only onto 2 heroes this time, Juggernaut and Sniper with both spell immune. The Sniper's gonna go down to the Spectre. Slaughter's also gonna die. Jug just TP's out. He fogs them and then TP's out, so good stuff on Jug. Another great Ravage coming out of Tidehunter. He didn't use the mana boots before he refreshed, and then used the mana boots again after. That's usually how you get just enough mana to use the double Ravage. Very unfortunate from the Tidehunter. Could have been a lot cleaner, but they still got a full white. They still got 4 heroes and lost none, so pretty good overall. Just could have been a bit smoother. Probably why he's going for the Shiva's Guard. He wants the extra hints for the mana. They've got this double Siege Creep this time, so pretty nice. Jakiro still not using his Liquid Fire on the tower, so maybe unfamiliar. Lion gets Atos and Mystic Flare for his troubles. Yikes, this is looking pretty rough for Team Google. The Spectre, out of control. She's actually going for a Butterfly instead of a Heart. See that being shipped out right now. Doesn't feel like she can die if she gets some evasion. There's not MKB. Rolling Thunder comes out onto 3. There's another pushback, Crush afterwards. Not using Corrosive Haze. Now it uses the Corrosive Haze, but it's gonna get dispelled on the Tide. The Spectre kills the Slaughter. Omni Slash comes out, but doesn't end up killing anyone. Sniper, he's really gonna assassinate the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden ends up dying anyway, but can they catch up to the Skywrath Mage? Lee blinks forward, another Swashbuckle comes out, and a Shield Crash will finish the Skywrath Mage. These 40-minute bounties are still there, so I think both teams, they've decided, they probably think that the other team has already grabbed them at this point. It's been quite a while since they spawned. A nice turnaround from the side of Google. Does cost them a few buybacks, so pretty unfortunate there. Wait, did they even buy back? No, I don't think they did at all. Greaves done on the Pangolier, so his team should be a little bit tankier now. Diffusal coming out, a pretty good item on Pangolier. All 4 of these Swashbuckle hits get the mana break, which is quite nice. If he can get it onto the Tidehunter, it might stop the second round, which is pretty huge. Haunt comes out from the Spectre. Ravage comes out, but only hits the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut doesn't care. He has 3.3k HP. He's so tanky. He's got another spin, so he can get out of harm's way if he needs to. But he's being really aggressive. Looks like he might just straight up feed. He ran in way too deep. Diffusal Blade comes out, and he's gonna get finished off. The rest of his team left him behind. The sniper died, so that should have sounded the retreat straight away. Long range spectral dagger comes out onto the Pangoli, but he's got Invis rune. He's gonna see that these bounty runes are still there, and he's gonna be flaming his team a little bit for not grabbing them earlier. And haste rune in the bot rune as well.
It's okay. I'll give them a head start. Not for myself, but for the cause.
Apologies for that. These Ravagers, they're doing so much work. He can always refresh to get another one right now, but they'll probably wait. Alright, Spectre running at the rats. Another Rolling Thunder comes out onto 3 heroes. A nice 2-man Earth Spike, but the Lion gets instantly eviscerated by the Mystic Flare. Nice Rolling Thunder to cancel the Freezing Field as well. Refresher Ravage comes out, but the Sniper is BKB'd already. So Sniper dealing a lot of damage from the backlines. No one's there to contest him, and he just dishes out so much damage as the Spectre ends up dying. Spin onto the Skywrath Mage, but no Assassinate to cancel the TP, unfortunately. So at the end of the day, 2 for 3, but they get that Spectre kill. They can force him to fight back. There's now a win condition for the side of Google. Pangoli picking up 2 of the bounty runes. Always feels good in that late game. Jug gonna hit the racks. They want to force Spectre to buy back. This Tide doesn't have buyback. He spent all his money on a Reaver that's in his backpack. Not really gonna use it. Double Mystic Flare comes out. It doesn't stack, I believe, so unfortunately it's not like Cataclysm. Nice Shrapnel onto the back line. Are they gonna be able to slow them down enough? Ice Path comes out but doesn't hit any heroes. Juhiro going for an Aghanim Scepter. The bonus is nice. ASOS onto the Sniper, Mystic Flare, but the Force Staff makes the Sniper dodge Mystic Flare, and they turn around, get the kill onto the Skywrath Mage. The Spectre chasing the Sniper to the end of the earth. There's not a whole lot that the Sniper can do. A Bash comes out onto the side of the Pangoli. Nice breeze. Rolling Thunder comes out, but he kills himself with the dispersion damage. Pangoli hits the side of the staircase instead of going down the staircase, so only hits the Crystal Maiden there. Jug, he doesn't have Omni Slash right now, so not really wanting to fight. The Sniper does end up going down. He does have buyback. Going for a Butterfly next. I like this a lot, just focus on the deeps. He could have gone for a Daedalus as well, but the Butterfly also gives him some defensive potential, which is actually evasion. It's pretty nice against the Spectre. Spectre doesn't want to build an MKB, probably. Maybe we'll see an MKB come out instead as well. There's no MKB on the sides of Team Google on both of their cores, but it looks like everyone's going to get a Butterfly this game. Everyone's going to be missing each other. So these fights may go on for a long time. BKB on the Slaughter. Seems, yeah, he doesn't want to just like blink in, do a crush, and then die. He's been blink crushing this Tidehunter a lot, but then this Kraken Shot just dispels the stun, and then he gets the Ravage off.
Amazing
Not
what you
too much you can do to stop this Tidehunter from getting his Ravage off, so BKB definitely the way to go. Lion going for a Force Staff. He's given up on the dreams of getting a Blink Dagger. Juggernaut in the Roche Pit with a DD, but the Tidehunter comes in. He's got a double Ravage this time, and the Shiva's Guard to make it a little bit easier on the mana. It's pretty hard to bring down this Juggernaut. The Spectre also very hard to bring down. 35% evasion and 4k HP. A lot of effective HP. Skywrath going for a Ghost Scepter, something defensive like I expected. Gonna go for the E-Blade to try and finish someone off early, but there's not that many heroes anymore that they can just finish off. Most people have BKBs now. This Lion has just been getting annihilated every single fight by the Skywrath. And Atos into the Mystic Flare, and just instantly dies. How are we looking with our buyback statuses? So Spectre and Judge both don't have buyback. Pretty big if they can get those kills. And the supports, all in Poverty Land, don't have buybacks. Crystal Maiden's pretty close. She's got the 150 GPM talent. Took the attack speed talent instead of Freezing Field. She's closing out on her BKB, isn't she? No, she's still 2k gold away.
Precious bounty.
Doesn't feel like she can get a good Freezing Field off, but this is a pretty good game for it. BKB from the Sniper coming out already. He's gonna TP away. Looks like they don't want to fight at all. There were only 3 heroes from the side of Google there. Sada TPing at the end of his BKB just gets ASOS for his troubles. But looks like HP is gonna go for Roche. There's not much that can stop them. Lion has a buyback, but Slaughter does not. So there's not much they can do to defend this. The Roche is going out pretty fast. And this Spectre with an Aegis, they have to kill her twice. And they can give her the cheese as well.
Shed no tears.
Oh, alright. Tidehunter's picking up the Aegis. Looks like they don't think the Spectre can die, especially with the cheese, so...
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Overall, I agree with this. Jug, he's by himself at the bot lane. He already used his Manta Style, so he can't get out of this. He does use the Blade Fury after the silence runs out. Thankfully, just rolling in on this Crystal Maiden illusion. Oh, just didn't know an illusion. But he's level 25. He didn't take the Rolling Thunder cooldown talent, unfortunately. Gonna dish out a bit more damage for his team with the Swashbuckles. Makes sense. They're not really... I don't know. They're not really lacking in damage. The extra bashes would be nice. More Swashbuckles equals more bashes. It's probably what he's going for. Going for a Hood next. Gonna finish off a Pipe for his team. They do have a lot of magic damage on the side of HP. Only Spectre is doing physical damage. Actually, Tide, he's pretty jacked up at this point. Going for a Daedalus. He picked up 250 damage, so Tide is going to start carrying for his team as well. He's going to start putting out the deeps with these Anchor Smashes. But it's 180 damage. Swashbuckle onto the Tide. Tide just spells off the lucky shot. Rolling Thunder comes out, but instantly cancels the Freezing Field. And the Crystal Maiden, she's just dead. Omni Slash comes out, bounces onto the creeps away from the Tidehunter. Ravage comes out, Haunt on top of the enemy team. Tidehunter and uses his Refresher, but hasn't reached his second Ravage yet. He's still got an Aegis, so he can do it in his next life once he gets a bit more mana. The Diffusal Blade doing a lot of work, draining all of that Tidehunter's mana, but he's got another Ravage, but he doesn't decide to use it. He's gonna run up, uses another Ravage, gets 4 heroes for it. It's just the Spectre and the Tidehunter against the world. Jakiro doesn't go for an Ice Path as well. Spectre ends up going down to the Sniper. Sniper dealing so much damage. He was completely uncontested that fight. 9.5k damage at the Sniper. No one attacked him. The Spectre haunted on top of the Sniper. He 4-staffed out, and then he just was pummeling away at the enemy team the whole time. Jakiro, it just felt like there was only Tidehunter and Spectre at the front, where there were 2 other heroes alive, but they all just kind of left. I'm not really sure where they went. I didn't see the Skywrath that fight either. But HP, they're in a lot of trouble. Spectre doesn't have buyback. not for 20 more seconds. Oh, he's got buyback in 20 seconds, so they're not even gonna take this rain tracks. Looks like Team Google having a bit of cold feet, but they really want to force the Spectre to buy back. If they can do that, it opens up a win condition for their team. Sniper dealing so much damage. Went for Mjolnir instead of the butterfly? I thought he had a butterfly queued up. I'm very confused now. Courier doesn't have anything. Jug, he is pretty jacked up, so I want to see BTs come out of the way of Jug just so he can split push with the illusions and always be at the fight on time.
Bottom tower under fire.
He can go for a moonshot as well. Another way he can scale up. Tidehunter blinks forward but doesn't have Ravage for 40 seconds. The Mystic Flare comes out, but there's a BKB on the Slaughter. Jug doesn't use his spin, ends up just falling down to the magic damage coming out of the side of HP. And Tidehunter, he's on a mission, man. He's the real carry now. Swashbuckle coming out of the Peng lead, trying to get out. He's got another blink. He should be okay. The Sniper manages to get out as well, which is pretty good.
Illusion.
Peng Li going for a Maelstrom Mjolnir himself. Doesn't really help him that much though, so I'm not sure what the point of this is. You can put the Mjolnir buff on the Jug. Jug just making some mistakes there. He used his Manta Style early and then got silenced Atos and then just killed off. There's not much he could do. This Mystic Flare still does a lot of damage. 1600 damage. He doesn't even have level 25 yet for the plus 600 damage. And looks like this game seesaw the other way. We've just been seeing the lanes go up and down the lane. The creep wave going up and down the lane. Back at the base of Google. Jug, he doesn't have buyback. He's 24 gold short. Maybe if someone could pick up a bounty rune, he would have buyback again. Should be pretty clutch, but I don't think they want to use it yet. Spike comes out onto the Tidehunter. The Tidehunter doesn't care. He has double Ravage now, so this next fight should be pretty easy to execute. Jug now has buyback. Does buyback early. I don't think this is worth it at all. They can't go for Megas yet because the Tier 2 tower is still up at bot. Crystal Maiden with the BKB freezing field. A Ravage comes out onto 3 heroes, another Ravage onto 2. They get all the supports of the side of Google. Sniper being jumped on by the Tidehunter. The Tidehunter's gonna turn around and die though. The Sniper. That's not much to... It looks like Google have managed to force out Team HP. That was a pretty crazy fight overall. The Spectre might actually go down as well. We'll see if they can slow her down. Yeah, no, she's gonna go down. Where is Sniper?
Dominating.
Sniper just split pushing, but they didn't even need him. They killed the Spectre without him. A lot of damage coming out from the Jug. Jug pretty jacked up at this point. Gonna see that this bounty rune is here. Maybe. Get to these late game. And the bounty runes just... people forget about them, but worth a lot of gold. It's only a buyback on the Sniper and the Pango now. So, buyback advantage for the side of Google. They're in a pretty good position to take this game now. There's no Ravages anymore. Both Ravages is down. There's no buyback on the Spectre, on anyone on the side of HP. It's just Skywrath and Crystal Maiden are gonna have to go it alone. They should go for the base, but feeling not keeping track of who has buyback. They do take the top lanes of Rax. They're probably gonna go for bot as well, just to go for the Megas to be safe. They probably still have time to go for the base afterwards. I don't know. This Skywrath not gonna be able to do too much to push them away. They're really tanky at this point. Yeah, and they take the bot racks, they have the Megas now, and they still have 45 seconds until the Spectre comes up. So this should be pretty much over. No Assassinate coming out of the Crystal Maiden to cancel the increasing fuel. It looks like he just want to pummel into her. She has plus 20 armor, so will tank some sniper shots, but ends up dying. Doesn't have buyback either. This game's looking pretty open. They're going for the throne. Fort comes out. What can this Jakiro achieve? He took the axe, but doesn't have the level 25 BKB piercing talent. Shiva's guard from the Titan Hunter comes out. Has Ravage in 5 seconds, so he needs to stay. He needs to stay alive for 5 seconds. Lion trying to drain all his mana so he can't. But Jug is just hitting the base. They're gonna take the game. GG. Nice back and forth game from both HP and Google. I wasn't really sure who was going to win that one for a long time. It looked like Spectre was pretty primed to take over the game, but then this sniper with great positioning just pummeling away from the back lines and no one could catch him. Sniper did 67,000 damage. The Spectre did 74,000, so a lot of damage coming out overall from everyone in the game. This game is pretty topsy-turvy overall. I really enjoyed this game.